Okay, guys, what I would like to propose is that we do this lab at home with virtual groups. So if you want to contact your classmates that you normally have a group with and somehow virtually work together on this lab, then that's what I'd like for you to be able to do. Now, if anyone in class thinks that this isn't going to work and you have some kind of an issue with it, I want you to communicate that to me because I'm thinking it'll work, but what do I know? So we'll find out. So the activity, oh, I don't like that. The activity that we'll be doing is using a pendulum to determine G. Now, you used a pendulum at the beginning of the year, but the idea at the beginning of the year was just to see what affected the period of a pendulum. Well, we know that the only thing that affects the period of the pendulum is the length of the pendulum and acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity should be a constant in your home, so you can vary the length of your pendulum and you can measure the period of your pendulum due to the change in the length. So you have an independent and a dependent variable. So things that you need: stopwatch, masses. Now, just a mass, something heavy but not too big, some kind of string, and a tape measure. So let me go to my last slide here. I made a pendulum. Here it is. Here's my pendulum. I just tied a piece of yarn to the ceiling fan and tied some washers to the bottom. You probably don't have a metric measuring tape at home, but you probably have some kind of measuring tape, and the internet will tell us how to convert from inches and measure with precision. So you're going to have to measure to, eighths or sixteenths of an inch and then do your conversions to a metric measurement, unless you want to solve for G in feet per second squared. So I think that this is doable. But again, like I said, you let me know if I'm a crazy person and this isn't going to work. So for this lab write-up, and I'll let you go ahead and do this as a group as well. The title: using a pendulum to determine G. Write a brief purpose. Write out a procedure. Determine which values are needed to determine G with a pendulum. Write a procedure that can be used to gather data and graph a line that will allow you to use the value of the slope. So we're big on this value of a slope, because remember that if we plot data on a graph, then we can visually see the outliers and we leave them out of our calculation. Instead of averaging them into our calculation, we just leave them out. So don't just average all your data together or something like that. Now, if you average individual trials together, that's fine. So say you do 3 or 4 trials with a length and average those together and use that as a data point, that's fine. But if you have outliers, you should question what you've done, something that's really out there. And maybe if you do 4 trials and one of them is significantly larger, you have to decide what is significant. If one of them is significantly larger than the other, then you leave it out. So look at how you're collecting your data. And like I said, we'll be graphing it so that we can visually see the outliers and leave them out of our calculation for slope. Okay. So like I said, write a procedure, graph a line that'll allow you to use the value of the slope to determine the value of the acceleration due to gravity. Make tables for your data. Remember to use multiple trials. So what I want, in addition to those things, I want a picture of your setup. So take some kind of pictures, show me that you're doing lab, do your graph, do your calculations. I want to see a calculation for slope, of course, and draw a conclusion. So you're going to graph your data, show your calculation for g using the slope of your line, and box your answer. Make sure that you show all of the steps for your calculation. Start with an equation from the equation sheet. Find the equation that uses period and length and determine what g is. Show algebra and substitution with units, please, and write a brief conclusion based on your findings, including a brief discussion of sources of error. Okay, so if you have difficulty figuring out a way to work this out, let me know so that I can either abandon the whole idea or help you to troubleshoot and figure something out. All right.